The U.S. has set a new record for the number of air travelers screened at airports nationwide in a single day. More than 3 million people passed through airport security on Sunday. That's the highest number ever in TSA history and up 14% from the same day a year earlier. That's according to the Department of Homeland Security. TSA agents checked 35 passengers and their luggage every second. The number has now surpassed the previous record of 2.99 million passengers set on June 23rd of this year. Some of the busiest air travel days on record have happened in recent weeks. TSA says 9 of its 10 busiest travel days ever happened this year. Allison Pohle joins me for more. She's a reporter covering travel for the Wall Street Journal. Allison, usually my job is to talk about, oh my God, it's terrible and people are delayed and it's miserable and here are pictures of people sleeping on airport seats. But it's turned out okay. Who's doing the good work here? TSA, the FAA, airlines? Why did it go so well?
Well, we have to give some credit to the airlines. For as much as we complain about them, we have to give credit where credit is due. This summer, they've been managing their schedules a lot better. So they've better planned for their staffing levels, which has prevented a lot of the cancellations and delays that we've seen in previous summers. Also, TSA has done a great job of screening this record number of passengers that we've seen in recent months.
Is it because the airlines are doing this out of the goodness of their heart, or has there been pressure from the transportation department or just public outrage that has gotten them to make some of these changes?
There has been a lot of public pressure and governmental pressure as well. So we've seen the transportation department impose a lot of new regulations for airlines. So that includes new consumer protections. They're proposing different refunds that passengers might get if their flights are delayed. But we've also seen a lot of public pressure in terms of the way that airlines were running. We've all seen those videos on social media of people sleeping at the airport, like you mentioned, long lines to talk to somebody if your flight is delayed. That doesn't make people want to travel, especially when flight prices are high. So the airlines have really needed to get their act together, which we've seen the results of this summer.
And Allison, what do you make of the fact that some of the busiest travel days of this year are not holidays? June 9th, June 14th, and June 23rd. What's going on with people?
So some of these days have been near holidays. So we saw the busiest day ever on July 7th. That was near the 4th of July holiday. June 23rd was the busiest day before that. That was near the Juneteenth federal holiday that a lot of people had off of work. But we're also seeing a lot of people travel because of the strong dollar. It's a great time to be an American going abroad. They're seeing their dollar go farther in places like Japan, so they're taking advantage of flights. And in general, the cost of flights are down compared to a year prior. So again, it might not seem like it. Flights are still expensive, but they are not as expensive as they were last year.
Is there any change in the way people travel? And I'm sort of riffing here, but it's based on conversations I've had with people that because remote work is more accepted in the post-COVID age, that people are basically leaving for their holidays early, landing somewhere, working for a day or two, and then having their vacation, which spreads out the travel. Is that happening, or is there any evidence for that?
It is happening. And so that's why you see some busy days on Thursdays, for example, or Monday has become a much busier day to travel. So you're seeing those peak times spread out and the busyness is happening because there is more remote work accepted. But on the flip side, a lot of offices have started to reinstate their return to office policy, which means sometimes those long weekend trips that people did earlier in the pandemic are a lot harder to pull off now.
Allison Pohle with the Wall Street Journal. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.